Welcome to our business study class. We are continuing with personal finance. The other day we'll look at personal finance, why we need personal finance, and we'll look at budgeting. Today we're going to draw a simple budget for a family of 4 with a monthly income of 200,000. Putting into consideration emergency fund, investment, and other things. And so we need to draw a budget plan every month. You can do it daily, weekly, monthly. We're going to do a monthly one. But with the sample of a monthly one, you can do a weekly one. You can do a yearly budget, depending on how your income comes. Because if you fail to budget, unnecessary things might creep in and take bulk of your money that you will regret, or you might regret how you spent it. And so budget is drawn to help you curb your unnecessary expenditure and to know where you need to focus your energy more on and do things in a more spend your money in a way that is appropriate. All right, so let's draw this simple budget. I have drawn it on the board. Welcome to the class. This is Class Online School. We run the Nigerian curriculum from jss1 to jss3. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you like what we do here, hit the subscribe button. If you have questions, please comment below the comment box and tell us what your question is. It might not be for this class, it might be for other class. Comment below the video you have question on. We'll try as much as possible to attend to it. If there are questions you asked and we forgot to attend to it, please ask again so that you can remind us and we can attend to you. Let's try to draw that budget. Okay, this is the question is, draw a simple budget for an income of 200,000 monthly earning. Make provision for investment and emergency fund. All right, so how do we draw this plan? The budget will comprises of the basic necessity of life, food, clothing, and shelter. And so we have how many items here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see how we draw a budget plan for these 12 items. 1, basic necessity in life is food. And so for a family of 4 trying to feed for a month, getting no provision or some provision spilling from the other month to the next month, we budgeted 50,000 for feeding for the month. And next, the rent, which is shelter. I told you the basic necessity of life comes into play. Shelter, which is rent, and maybe the rent is 20,000 naira for the month. All right, it might be higher or lesser depending on where you are living. And then we'll have transportation to go to work, transportation to go to market, transportation to go to run errands around. Might take you 5,000. Medical care. We get medical attention, we will take drugs, we take care of our body, comes under here, medical care, 10,000. Clothing, remember it falls under the basic necessity of life, food, clothing, and shelter, and we'll have 15,000 for clothing. Personal care products, we have personal care products for both men and women. We have our perfumes, our toiletries, and other things. We have about 10,000 to take care of these personal care products. Electricity, water, and internet, we allocate 7,000 to it. Entertainment and recreation, you have visitors, you want to go for sightseeing, and you have 5,000 naira for it. Education, you have 2 small children at home, you pay timely, so every month you can allocate 20,000 naira for the education. At the end of 3 months, 20 times 3 will give you 60,000. You can look for an affordable school. Remember that where you put your children depends on the income you are earning. You will not go and register your child in a school that they are paying 150,000 naira, where you know you cannot cater for that with your income. So take what you can afford. Then you have miscellaneous of 13,000. Put all together, we have drawn a budget plan for a monthly expenditure of 150,000 naira. And so remember that we should take cognizance of emergency fund and investment. And then in emergency fund, you put in 20,000 for emergency fund. This emergency fund can accumulate over a period of time in case of extreme medical emergency. This emergency fund must have accumulated over the years, 2, 3, 4 years. you will have something substantial. And so in case of emergency medical care, you can use it. In case of emergency expenditure, you can use it. So we'll have emergency fund, and then we'll have investment, and then maybe there is a small side hustle you are investing on. You can put in 20,000 naira for that, and you are trying to accumulate. Maybe you are planning to start up a business that might cost you 500,000 naira that you want to save over a period of 5 years, and you start putting 20,000 naira into the investment fund. Or maybe it's a pension fund, or any, not really a pension fund, an investment platform that you know it's not highly risky, that can be bringing in small amount, and then the remaining 10,000 naira can be on standby for any deficiency that can happen along this other budgetary. So you see, we've done a budget plan for a 200,000 naira income earner, taking cognizance of emergency fund and an investment. When all these things are well put in place, it will work out well. So this morning, all of this might not all go to the areas we are located to. Some fund might come out, you can know where fund is more needed. And so what you do is you monitor your expenditure on a monthly basis, know where money is going more, know where you allocate more to, and then you put these separate things. Some people budget and have envelopes, different envelopes for each of these expenditure, and they label it: food, clothing, shelter, medical bills, and they put it in a large envelope. And once they receive their monthly income, they put them in different envelopes. And once such expenses come, they go in there, bring it out, spend it for what is necessary. At the end of the month, you collect and see if anything remain. Did you spend more? Were you able to get all of that, or did you go into debt? That's how you plan for your budget. So it depends on what you want to plan for. You can draw a budget plan for a weekly expenditure for 4, for 2, for even one person, depending. But make sure you have a appropriate budget to know where your money is going to and how you plan adequately well. So we've been able to take a sample of a budget. I promise I'm going to draw a sample of a budget plan. And so thank you for it, for this class. We will see other areas in our next class. If there is need for me to draw up another sample of a budget, if the need arises, I will. If not, we'll move on to the next topic in our business study class. Thank you for being part of our class. I'll see you in the next.